Hello friends, welcome to Harney the English Guide. In this video today we are going to discuss about the English comprehension, which is very significant part of the UPSC Prelims paper 2 CSAT. Let's understand what is the CSAT paper that is very significant from the UPSC Prelims point of view. The CSAT paper of UPSC, it comprises of total 80 questions and 2.5 marks. It's given for each question. There is negative marking also, 1/3 negative marking. Now, going by the 2.5 per question mark, so overall it's the 200 marks paper. So out of 200, a student must attain near about 33% to qualify this very particular exam. In very brief, let's understand, to achieve 33%, that means a student must score minimum 67 marks, and for this, a student must correct near about 28 correct questions. So this was the very basic idea about the CSAT paper. And what are the three modules which are there in the CSAT paper? First is the English comprehension and its whereabouts. Apart from this, the reasoning part, and finally the quantitative aptitude. Now this video is going to be very helpful for the students, those who are weak in quantitative aptitude or the mathematics, the maths part. A student who is good in English, number one, and secondly, there are a few topics which a student will comprehend in easy way of reasoning module. So easily a student can crack with more than 33%. Now, going by the English comprehension of the UPSC Prelims CSAT paper, now the possibility is that 8 to 12 passages will be there. Now each passage will have multiple paragraphs, and below each passage there will be 1 to 5 questions which are to be answered by a student. Now from where these passages they are taken by UPSC? Prominently speaking, a UPSC aspirant must follow the Hindu newspaper religiously, and apart from this, the Indian Express and the Hindu. Going by the Northern Indian Society and going by the overall society, Indian Express and the Hindu will suffice. And apart from this, the Yojana magazine and the Kurukshetra, these are the two prominent magazines which a student must follow occasionally. And if a student is religiously following these three newspapers and these two magazines, then obviously the reading comprehension skill will be up to the mark. So these articles which are there in the reading passages, they are taken mainly from the newspaper columns and the articles, and mainly from the opinion op-ed page. Okay, so this was the basic concept about the CSAT. Now let's stick to the English comprehension part. First, let's understand some of the very basic tips which a student must have before proceeding towards attempting the final exam. I mean, these things a student can follow in the test series which a student will practice 6 months prior to the prelims exam. Now, these are the few tips. The very first one is a student must develop the fast reading skill by using the skimming and scanning approach. Skimming and scanning method means the moment a student opens the paper and there are comprehensions which are given, just look at the title of each comprehension, count the number of paragraphs. This is called the scanning. Now what is skimming? Reading the lines of paragraphs in a fast manner by just comprehending the keywords, by understanding how many full stops and commas are there, because in every sentence three things are there: subject, verb and predicate. So obviously these things are to be covered in a rapid mode. It's not required that student will read line to line, word to word, and it will be consuming a lot of time. So student has to develop the skill also of time management side by side. So first is skimming and scanning. Now after this, skim through the questions below each passage, whatever questions are given, comprehend the meaning of the questions, and look at the keywords, the synonyms which are there in the given question only. First of all, look at the keywords, then according to the given keywords in the questions, we have to look at the paragraphs of the passage and we have to locate the synonyms. Now what is a synonym? The similar meanings of every keyword. So this is the next step. Next is identify synonyms in the passage. As I told you, whatever question is given below each passage, then locate the synonym of the keyword in the given question. And one more thing, this is something that comes with experience, that has been handy for many students over the period of time. If you are able to find out the synonyms of the given question keywords in the paragraphs, section of the passage, then try to understand the meaning of that sentence. of that line, 50% chances you will be able to find out the answer. Unfortunately, still if you are not able to find out the answer, use preceding and succeeding skill. Now, comprehend the preceding and succeeding lines too. What is the meaning of preceding and succeeding? Wherever in the line you are able to find out the synonym, before the full stop whatever line is there, and after the full stop whatever next line is there, try to understand the meaning of these two lines also. So overall, 3 lines which are to be understood will help out finally in getting the real and the correct answer. So this is very important. Please try to follow this in practice. It comes with practice. And lastly, whatever 4 options are given below each question, try to eliminate 2 options. Then out of the 2 options, it will be very easy to find out the correct answer. Okay, so this is called the elimination method, and it helps in reducing the options also. So this was the overall general idea which a student can develop with the passage of time. See, there is no shortcut with regard to comprehending this very skill. It comes with the passage, practice. The moment you will use these very basic provisions in your practice by understanding different kinds of passages, different kinds of comprehensions, your speed will also increase with the passage of time. Now, let's do some practice. There is a very simple paragraph I have taken here, and one question is also below this. Then we'll try to find out the answer, how to find out it. Okay, let's try to move to the passage now. As we look at 2050, so this is something, this year is of future. So today is 2024. So 26 years down the line, so after 2.5 decades, so 1 decade means 10 years. So this passage is giving the indication about 2050 first, when we will need to feed 2 billion more people. So next hint is, it's talking about the population. 2 billion more people will be there by 2050. The question, which diet is best, has taken on a new urgency. So a question has arisen in society that is about the diet, what to eat, what not to eat. Okay, so it has become a very prominent question in society. The foods we choose to eat in the coming decades, so as I told you, decade means the 10 years, will have dramatic ramifications for the planet. Planet means our earth only. Okay, and now what is the meaning of ramifications? See, now here we have to develop this very synonym skill. Okay, synonym means similar meanings. Synonym means ramifications means the results, the consequences, the output. Okay, now dramatic means something that will be very dangerous, or something that will have a very huge impact on society. So overall, this gives us other idea that whatever foods we will eat in the future, this will have accordingly the ramifications and the results in future only. Okay, as we are living on earth, so it will impact our planet only. Proceeding further, simply put, a diet has a diet that revolves around meat and dairy. See, these 2 words are very significant, which will help us to find out our answer also. Now, they are focusing on a diet that revolves around meat and dairy. Now, once we talk about meat, from where do we get meat? It comes from animals, number 1, and dairy. So it's related to the milk of animals, cow, buffalo, and the other animals. So going by the dairy products, we know it's butter, cheese, curd, and many more, which are manufactured from the milk of the animals only. A way of eating that is on the rise throughout the developing world. So that means by following these 2 things, people are following different kinds of activities, and gradually with the passage of time, this very one practice is on rise across the developing world. What is the developing world? The countries which are in the developing mode. For example, India, South Africa, Brazil. Going by the developed countries, we know USA, UK, and the European countries. And underdeveloped countries, the poor countries of Africa mainly. Niger, Chad, Nigeria, and many more. Now, it will take a greater toll on the world's resources. Now, from here we have got another idea. Now, what is it here? Now, see, this is a full stop. After full stop, this is the succeeding line. It means this, in the previous line, whatever thing was mentioned here, on the basis of this, only this pronoun is used. Okay, this very act will have greater effect. The toll means the effect. Okay, so it means the effect. So ultimately, on the world's resources. Now, what are the resources? The things people are eating in their lives. Then on that revolves around the unrefined grains, nuts, fruits and the vegetables. So overall here, a basic comparison between the meal that will be formed from the meat and the milk of animals is highlighted as compared to the other area, which is unrefined grains, nuts, fruits and the vegetables. So this is the overall passage in a very brief idea. Now what is the question? So what is the critical message conveyed by the above passage? So what means it starts in interrogative form and question mark is there. So that means the question is asked in the interrogative sentence form. So these again grammar here, by is grammar. So these part of article in grammar, by, above, these both are from the preposition. Now is the verb. Now what is the first interrogative keyword? So what are the three keywords? Critical, message, conveyed, and the passage is this one only. So main theme is what critical message is conveyed. Conveyed means what we can infer from the given passage. So we have to find out the answer. So if you look at these four sentences going by the full stops, this is the first full stop, then we have second full stop, then followed by this we have the third full stop, and lastly the fourth full stop is here. So we have four sentences including multiple commas also. So by understanding these four sentences, we can easily infer the idea. First of all, we got the idea in very brief form. I'll take out the summary. First of all, the first sentence was giving the idea about 2050. The population will increase. That will be 2 billion more people to feed in society. And whatever things people will eat, it will have a dramatic results in society. Then in the next very sentence, it talked about the meat and dairy, mainly the eating habits of people which will be following these things. And it will have a different kinds of consequences in society, and mainly this was highlighted in the developing world. Now next line is related to this only. It will have a greater toll. Toll means the effect on the world's resources, then one that revolves around the unrefined grains, nuts, fruits and the vegetables. Now by looking at the given option, so I have just taken one option here. We can easily identify this also by looking at the keyword meaning. I'll just verbally speak out this very option, which is the correct option according to this only. Or increasing demand for foods, you guys can write down also. I'm just taking the correct option and how this was there from this very passage. I'll repeat again. Or increasing demand for foods sourced from animals put a greater burden on our natural resources. So this is the correct answer. Let me give you the idea how this is the correct answer. First keyword is increasing demand for foods. So demand of food is increasing in society. Foods sourced from animals. Sourced means which is taken out from the animals. So we got the idea about the animals from this very keyword meat first, and followed by the dairy products which are also taken out from the animals. So from animals we have got this very keyword. Okay. Put a greater burden. So it puts a greater burden. Burden means stress, pressure, or that way. So ultimately in this very line we got the first idea. Now in the next line it was giving about the idea about the eating habits which were increasing in the developing world. But which is that keyword which is similar to the burden word? So it will take a greater toll on the world's resources. So greater burden means the greater toll. So greater word is also there, toll is also here. So greater toll on our natural resources. In the given option of the answers, natural resources word is highlighted. So here we have got a word world's resources. Resources word is already there. Here it's the world's. Over there it is the natural. So across the world we have different kinds of resources. Accordingly we can easily identify that this is the correct answer. So this was just to give you a basic idea how to comprehend the given options, and with practice you can develop this very skill of finding out the correct answers in short span of time. So overall it really needs practice. I hope this video will definitely help you out guys. Thank you for watching.